So, you want to be a hot girl? Well, congratulations, because you've come to the right place. So what does it mean to be a hot girl exactly? Is she sophisticated? Is she sexy? Is she the life of the party? Is she shy and mysterious or outgoing? Truth be told, she's all of these things. Or none of these things. The thing is, a hot girl comes in all different shapes and sizes, so there's really no one set standard for hotness. See, a lot of people think that they're not hot because they don't fit this narrow idea of what they think hotness is, but in reality, hotness comes in many forms. A hot girl is too complex to fit into any one label. You know what ogres and hot girls have in common? They have layers. A hot girl isn't just one type of way, she's a well-rounded individual. A hot girl can't be anything else but herself because she's unapologetically her, and that is the true essence of being a hot girl. Confidence. That's the first step that we're going to be breaking down today, is confidence and how to achieve that. Because after all, being a hot girl isn't just about how you look, but it's about who you are. And if you're not confident in who you are, then you can't be a part of the hot girl club. I'm sorry, I know. It's hard to hear, but being a hot girl is a state of mind, okay? If there's anything you're gonna take away from this video, it's that being a hot girl is a state of mind. It's all in here, baby. And if you don't believe you're a hot girl, well then, good luck convincing other people that you are. Confidence is an ongoing journey that all of us are going through, and we will probably never master it in our lifetimes, but it's good to at least have a strong hold on confidence and who you are as a person, because it makes a huge difference in how you maneuver through the world and how people see you, and of course how you see yourself. Confidence is truly what makes somebody attractive, not just, you know, the shape of their jawline or how luscious their hair is. It's truly about how they carry themselves. You know, when someone walks into a room and they have this presence about them that is very alluring, that's confidence. You could be the ugliest motherfucker in the world, but if you have confidence and you have that, like, you know, that little swag about you, then it really doesn't matter how you look, because people are going to believe that you deserve to be looked at in a higher way because you present yourself that way. Does that make sense? Now, if you're not fully there yet, that's totally fine. I would just recommend faking it until you make it. That's what I did when I was in high school. I was really insecure for a while, and then I just kind of got tired of it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend that I'm hot. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm super confident and I know what I'm doing, and then maybe, you know, my mind will catch up. And it did. It honestly did, because you can almost trick yourself into believing something, even if you consciously know it's not true. If you just keep the habit of reminding yourself, then eventually you're not really going to be able to differentiate from what is real and what isn't, and your mind just kind of makes it happen. Now, here are some body language tips that will help elevate your aura of confidence, okay? First, you need to make eye contact. Now, if you notice in my sexy montage intro, you'll notice that I looked right into that camera lens. I'm making direct eye contact with my audience because that shows that I am confident. I'm not afraid to bare my soul. No, I'm just kidding. But if someone's making eye contact with you, that's how you know they are confident and they're comfortable talking with you. If you're constantly shifting your eyes around or looking away or looking down, that shows that you're not secure and you're probably afraid or something, or anxious, which is okay, but you know, looking into people's eyes isn't as scary as you think. I know some people get really bothered by it for some reason, but to me, that is weasel behavior. That is spineless weasel behavior. Look me in the eyes, bitch. Look at me. And if you really can't handle looking into somebody's eyes, just look at the bridge of their nose. That's close enough. But like, look me in the eyes. Don't be a pussy. Now, the way you walk is a huge indicator of how you're feeling about yourself that day. If someone, like I said, walks into a room with that presence, that energy, then people instantly are gravitated toward them. So walk with confidence, stand up straight, pull your shoulders back, make sure that your thumbs are facing forward and not turned in, because that means you're slouching, and just walk, honey. Strut. Strut. What helps with walking with confidence is listening to a good playlist. When I listen to Motive by Ariana Grande, I literally look like Naomi Campbell and nobody can tell me different. When I walk with confidence, people notice, okay? I be turning heads when I walk down the street like it's my runway. It's like, hello world, I'm here. Pay attention to me. Gracing you with my presence, you're welcome. And the last thing for body language is to smile. Don't forget to smile. Confident people smile. They're happy and they are enjoying being who they are. So the best way to show that off is to smile. Hi, I almost forgot. Another important tip, great way to improve your self-esteem, is to do esteemable things. If you feel like you're not feeling your best, if you're not feeling super confident, the best way to improve that is to do things that make you feel good about yourself. Hot girls have hobbies, okay? You know, if you're an artist, then go create something. If you are spending too much time on your phone, go read a friggin' book. There's nothing more attractive than someone who is well read. What brings me the most self-esteem and confidence is my skills. I'm a pretty skilled singer and I can act. I'm good at making YouTube videos. I'm good at yoga. So all those things make me feel great about myself because I know that I am a fully capable woman who can do all these cool things. Yeah, do things that make you feel good about yourself. Get a hobby. Get a job. Go volunteer. Something. Next tip, hot girls are unbothered. Hot girls aren't worried about what Cindy and Susie are doing over there. Hot girls only worry about themselves because they know that they're the most important person in their life after all. Everyone knows that my universe revolves around me just like your universe revolves around you. So don't worry about what other people are doing. They're just side characters in your storyline. You are the main character, so stick to your script, okay? I think the best way to protect yourself from drama and unnecessary, emotionally exhausting things is to choose your battles wisely. Nowadays, we're constantly bombarded with information that is really upsetting and disturbing, and as important as it is to stay informed, you also need to know when to turn it off and just think about something else, because constantly worrying about everything that's going on in the world as well as in your personal life and in your friends and family's lives, it's just too much. So just be careful with what you choose to engage with. Don't bother trying to, convince people to think a certain way even though you know they're wrong. Don't try to fight with people on the internet or in real life about things that you know you can't change or control. So just choose your battles wisely and save your energy for things that actually matter. You need to choose your friends wisely, okay? I know too many people who just hang out with whoever and they always complain about, oh, they're so annoying or they're so rude. I feel so drained every time I hang out with them. And I'm just like, so then why do you hang out with them? If they're taking more than they're giving, then why waste your time? It's not mean to be wise with who you choose to spend your time around. Honestly, that's an act of self-care if you ask me, because not everyone deserves your time. You have to be careful with who you spend your time around, because not only can those people drain your energy, but they can also negatively impact you in ways that you may not be aware of. It's important to be around people who uplift you and have, good habits and a good attitude on life, because being around energy vampires just isn't worth it. And that being said, not everyone's gonna like you, and that's okay. Don't try to be a people pleaser. When's the last time you saw a hot girl trying to make everybody around her happy and pleased and think that she's perfect? A hot girl just knows that she's good enough just how she is, and she doesn't need to jump through hoops to get people to accept her. You need to know when to have your walls up. I know that may sound a bit off, like, why would I have my walls up? I should, be open and inviting, and that's definitely true, but you also need to know when to protect yourself. I like the quote, empathy without boundaries is self-destruction, because it is so true. Like I was saying before, I know so many people who have just given all of their energy to people who don't deserve it, and they're just left drained and upset and complain about these people when it's like, you could simply just not hang out with them. You could simply just choose your time a bit wiser and focus on the things that are actually serving you. Yeah, everyone deserves a chance, and yeah, maybe that person is going through something really hard or they're feeling really lonely, and it's okay to be there for them if you have the energy to do it, but it's important to set boundaries for yourself, because if you're constantly just giving yourself away to other people, you're not going to have anything left for yourself. You owe it to yourself and the people around you to take care of yourself so you can show up for those who matter when it's time. Next point, positive self-talk. A hot girl knows when to compliment herself. A hot girl knows when to give herself a break. We're all human at the end of the day, and if you make a mistake, if you mess up, that's totally fine, but you don't need to beat yourself up over it. Talk to yourself like you talk to a friend. If you make a mistake and you're like, oh, I'm such an idiot, how can I let this happen? I'm so stupid. Stop and think. Would you say that to your best friend? Would you say that to your mother? Would you say that to a stranger? Probably not, so you should probably rethink how you talk to yourself, because self-talk makes a huge difference in how you see yourself. Even if you don't believe it, like I said, you just gotta fake it till you make it. If you find yourself in the middle of a self-loathing spiral, that's okay. Just acknowledge it, recognize it, and then stop it, and then redirect that thought pattern. Let's say I drop my phone and the screen shatters. I could be like, oh my god, I'm such a clumsy fucking idiot. Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. Wait, I'm not stupid. I'm actually just a human being who makes mistakes sometimes. Okay, and then you just move on. Beating yourself up truly isn't gonna get you anywhere. You may think you have to be like self-flagellating or something because, you made a mistake and you want to make yourself pay for it. But honestly, you're not going to get anywhere by doing that. You're not serving yourself by doing that. So you might as well just skip the suffering and move on. Can we please get rid of self-deprecating humor? I feel like everyone's starting to realize, yeah, it's kind of annoying and it's not even that funny. Most of the times it just goes way too far and it just gets really uncomfortable and you're like, oh, yeah, you hate yourself, haha, it's so funny. You may think it's a joke, but like I said, the more you say something to yourself, the more you start to believe it. So if you keep saying that you're trash, eventually you might start believing that you're trash and actually become trash. So cut the self-deprecating jokes. You can kind of manifest your beauty in a way. If you keep those positive affirmations going and you keep telling yourself that you think you're beautiful, you think you're hot, you're sexy, whatever, then eventually your mind will catch up and you will start to become what it is that you're envisioning. The way manifesting works is kind of like you're programming your brain on like a subconscious level. Let's say I'm insecure about my body, but I'm trying to trick myself into thinking that I love my body and it's beautiful. So every day I say, I have a beautiful body, I love my figure, I have the perfect body. Eventually, your mind is gonna start to find ways to make that come to reality. So the more you're manifesting this perfect body, the more likely you are to treat your body like it's beautiful. You're gonna work out more and eat healthier. As you manifest things, your perception changes, I think. Even though like writing in a journal and saying affirmations isn't actually going to just, poof, make your body look sick, you start to see your body differently when you change the way that you think about it. Your attitude truly attracts whatever energy that it's emitting. So if you have a positive attitude, you're just gonna attract that positive energy. Bad bitches attract bad bitches, okay? And if you're acting dusty, well, then you're gonna attract dusties. Simple as that. Okay, now we're gonna get into some self-care tips. Bad bitches drink water, okay? Hot girls stay hydrated. That's why their skin looks so great. Drink your water, eat your veggies, exercise. Exercise is a huge game changer. That seems pretty obvious, but if you're not happy with your body, if you just want to enhance your overall appearance, if you just want to feel good, if you just want to improve your mental health, exercise. Everyone should exercise regularly, at least get some sort of physical activity once in your day, whether it's going on a walk or doing a YouTube workout, whatever. Just you gotta move your body. Now, you shouldn't just exercise for the sole purpose of looking better, because that can lead to some toxic ways of thinking, but just do it because that's the right thing to do, because it's the healthy thing to do and you deserve good health. Speaking of health, you need to get on top of your mental health. You gotta get your mind right if you want to be a part of the hot girl club, okay? Now, mental health is a challenge for a lot of us, especially during times like this, so don't sweat it. You know, we're all working through stuff. If you have the means, I totally recommend seeking out a therapist. But if you can't afford therapy, or you feel like you don't need it but you still want to improve your mental health, I recommend doing things like journaling, meditating, spending time in nature, getting enough sleep. Oh my god, bad bitches are well rested. They don't call her Sleeping Beauty for nothing, okay? It's literally called beauty sleep, like, hello. I love journaling so much because it just helps me process my thoughts a lot better. You know when like you're just thinking all the time and you feel like your head is just like a mess? If you want to get rid of that, I seriously recommend journaling. It is so helpful, and you don't have to do it every single day. You can do it every other day, once a week, whatever. Even though being a hot girl isn't just about how you look, it does have something to do with how you look. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna pretend like,
oh, looks don't matter. Like, it's truly just about what's on the inside.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, we're visual creatures. We all have eyes. This is a visual world, so looks do matter. Some people think that you're just either born beautiful or you're born ugly, but to tell you the truth, ugliness, to a certain extent, is a choice. Now, I know some of y'all in the comments are probably gonna be like,
I'm ugly! I'll never be beautiful!
Well, not with that attitude, you're not. It's okay to take care of your body. Maintain your appearances. It doesn't make you shallow. It doesn't make you conceited. It just means that you value yourself enough to present yourself in the best way. I'm gonna talk about how to enhance your appearance. So first things first, skincare. Skincare is probably the most important step when it comes to enhancing your appearance. Someone's skin really does make a difference in how they look, obviously. I don't have the best tips for getting rid of acne or anything, but just know if you have acne, that's totally fine. Acne is totally normal, and you can still be a hot girl with acne. There are plenty of them out there, trust me. I typically recommend going for the natural products and using as little products as possible. You don't need like a million serums and potions and motions and whatever. Like, you just gotta keep it basic. My skincare routine is very simple. Soap and water and moisturizer. For soap, I use African black soap. It's just like a bar soap. And then I use coconut oil to moisturize, or shea butter, just depends on what I have. I've noticed a huge difference in my skin once I switched to just natural products and used as little products as possible. You really don't need a whole lot of goop to be glimmering, shining, clear skin. Granted, I am very lucky that I was just born with pretty good skin. My parents never had acne, so it's just genetics. Obviously, you gotta do what works for you. Everyone's skin is different. Makeup. Okay, this can be a huge game changer in improving your appearance. If your skin looks good, then automatically your makeup is just gonna look better, at least your face makeup. Learning how to do your makeup is not necessary, but if you're gonna wear makeup, then you should learn how to like wear it properly. I learned how to do makeup through good old YouTube. I watched many YouTube tutorials back in the day when I was learning how to do makeup, and it was definitely a process. Like, I was not looking like this in high school, that's for sure. Just watch YouTube tutorials and keep practicing and you'll get there. I can do a whole makeup tutorial if you guys want me to, but my biggest makeup tips are to make sure your foundation matches your skin, please. Or your neck, I should say, because sometimes your face is lighter or darker, but make sure your makeup is blended. Oh my god, I cannot stress that enough. If your makeup isn't blended, then you just look like boo-boo the fool. Don't feel pressure to wear like a shit ton of makeup. Like, you really don't need to do a whole lot. You can just put on some mascara, do your lashes.
Really cute stuff with her hair. She does her lashes. She loves wearing mascara.
Get some concealer, maybe some blush, highlighter, lip gloss, whatever. Wearing too much makeup can kind of just defeat the purpose, and then you just end up looking weird and like you're not more beautiful than you were before. You just kind of look like a clown. My goal for my makeup looks are always just to enhance my already existing features, enhance the things that I love about my face. I like wearing lashes because I feel like they really bring out my eyes, and my eyes are like my favorite part about my face. And my lips, I really like my lips, so I like to line them and wear lip gloss. Makeup is all about enhancing your beauty, not trying to add things to your face that don't already exist. Another great way to enhance your appearance is to dress well. And by dressing well, I don't mean dressing trendy, I mean dressing for your body. Now, we're all built differently, I think we all know this, but trends don't reflect that most of the time. I feel like a lot of trends kind of stick to the body type that's also trendy at the time. Not everything that is trendy is going to be for you, and that's okay. You are going to look 10 times better wearing an outfit that fits you right and, you know, hugs you in all the right places than wearing some super trendy outfit that is probably going to be out of style in the next year anyway. If you want to learn more about how to dress for your body, I recommend looking into like the Kibbe body test. I know that's helpful for a lot of people. If you want more style tips, check out my video on how to find your personal style. So yeah, go check that out if you like. Okay, next tip, no comparison, none whatsoever. Leaving it in 2020, we are not comparing ourselves to anybody, because you know why? Comparison is a thief of joy. Say it with me, people. Comparison is the thief of joy. Listen, we've all been there. I do it too sometimes, especially on Instagram. You know, it's super easy to go on Instagram and see all these beautiful girls and be like, oh, I don't look like that. Well, you know why you don't look like that? Because you don't. Because you're not her. You will never, ever look like her. And that's fine. Because why would you want to look like her? Why would you want to look like anybody else than yourself? You won't be able to look like her anyway, so you might as well just embrace what you already got and run with that, because there's no changing who you are or how you look. Hotness comes in all different shapes and sizes. There are so many different hot girls in this world, and they all look completely different from each other. After all, I mean, do you think Rihanna is out here trying to look like Miley Cyrus? No, probably not, because she's fucking Rihanna. Normani isn't trying to look like Hunter Schafer. Both of them are beautiful, but they look nothing alike. All these women are completely different from each other, but we can all agree that they're beautiful. They're all hot girls, and that's the beautiful thing about beauty and hotness, is like there are so many different forms. There's always going to be someone who's hotter than you, honestly, and beauty is also subjective, so there's really no point in comparing yourself like that, because, you know, one person may think that, you know, Kylie Jenner is like the most beautiful woman in the world, and another person may think that she's like whatever. Also, you need to remember that we're not all competing in the same arena, okay? We are all at different levels and areas in life that most of the time it doesn't even make sense when we're comparing ourselves to these people. To be more clear, I remember I was on a date with this guy, and I was like, oh yeah, I love Georgia Smith's music, and he said, oh yeah, she's so beautiful. And before I could even utter a response, this man goes, but don't get mad, you could never compete with her. And I was like, okay, who's competing with Georgia Smith? Because I'm not. She's a celebrity. She's famous. Do you really think I'm gonna be comparing myself to Georgia Smith? Like, girl, please. That shit was so rude. And, you know, hot girl shit, I stood up for myself and I was like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but you really shouldn't say that to people. Like, I wasn't comparing myself to Georgia fucking Smith. Hello? I was about to agree with you and say, yeah, she is gorgeous, but no, you just assumed that, what, I would be offended? And I think that speaks more on him than me. Maybe he thought I was insecure or something, or maybe he's just used to hanging out with insecure women who would be offended by that. But true hot girls are not threatened by other females, especially other females who are not in the same arena as them. And lastly, be grateful. I'm sorry, I know that's corny, but like, seriously, practice that gratitude, honey. Be grateful for the beauty that you possess, and be grateful for the things that you have, that you love about yourself. Don't focus on what you don't have, focus on what you do have and work with that. Well, that's all I got for you for today. I hope you enjoyed this and this was helpful. If you watched this entire video, then it's pretty obvious that this isn't just exclusive to girls and women, men. This applies to you. Non-binary people, this applies to you. So let me know if you enjoyed it and what you want to see next from me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!